Hi everyone, for this video we are now going to implement actions into the ZList component. By actions, what I mean is basically to be able to, for the ZList component, to pass certain action on the top level component here, some actions to be able to play with a state, to make other functionality like sharing is what I'm going to do, or display more detail, more information about the venues that we have on the list here. So basically, I want to be able to pass actions that will be used here for this component that will be accessible into my item component, my custom component here that we are passing to. So we are passing it here to the ZStyle component. To do so, to start with, so let's say that I will have props that I will call actions. And again, I'm going to use the array pattern for this, just like I used it for the data. I kind of like it. So basically, it's coming from the array structuring with hooks that I never used previously, but I kind of like it. It's quite neat to work with it. So basically, what I'm going to do is pass some actions via an array to the ZList component, to the item component. So to do so, let's say that I'm going to have an open actions that will open the venue to get more details. So basically the idea will be, sorry, it's not defined, but the idea will be to click on the list, on the item list, and to open another page, another navigation page that will show more detail about the venue. I want to add a like action, for instance, and a share action, like so. So to avoid this error message, I'm going to implement these functions like so. So I will have a function, how do I call them? Let's make it so open, where I will pass the item, obviously, because I will need to pass this. So by the item, I mean the venue. So let's call it the venue here, that will be passed. So the ZList component will pass the venue. So with doing that, as an example, I'm going to console.log the actions as a string, which is open here, and the venue that I clicked. Like so. I forgot my fat arrow here for the function. Great. From there, so I need my like actions and share action. Like and share. And each time I will console.log the venue for which the action has been clicked. If I refresh, I should be back to normal. Great. So now I have my functions, my actions of functions written. I pass the actions to the ZList components. Going back to the ZList component now, I'm going to accept the actions component like so, with the actions props, sorry, like so. And basically, I'm going to pass it to the item component directly without doing anything else. This way, when I go to my custom component in the item.js here, now I will have access to this actions component, action props, sorry, and I will be able to, with the array structuring pattern, to get my open, like, and share actions, like so. And then I will be able to reuse it by adding some touchable elements. So for this, the touchable opacity, here you go. So basically, I want the role item to be clickable to open the card and open the venue. So I'm going to write it entirely, like so. Then pass. Here you go. So I have my first action that will be so on press. I will open it and pass the item to it. So this is done. Then I have the like action, I have the share action. So let's see first if this is working. If I save it, okay. Let's refresh it. Okay. So going back to my console here, so if I click on Nautica, yeah, here you go. So I have the open text and the venue that I have clicked here. If I click another one, now you see that it is Mr. and Mrs. Fox, while before I was clicking Nautica. So this is working, that's great. So now I can implement the two other actions. So let's make it, I will make a quick design for that. I'm going to wrap two touchable elements, the review, like so, and use the text. So one will be like, and the other one will be share. I take the time to make this element because at least you can see the way I'm working with the utilities of ZStyle. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so I have my like and share button. Obviously, the MB30 here is a bit too much for this one. So I'm going to pass it to the main element. Okay. And I don't need it here anymore. I probably need a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Okay. So now I need to style this element. So I'm adding the style props here with flex row utility to make it as a row, to make them as a row in line. Here you go. And I'm going to make it justify. Do I need to do that? I'm not sure. Let's try first. Between. Okay, so let's add the style prop here as well. Put some border first to see with what we are working. Okay, so if I add a flex one, what does it do? Okay, now I take the entire space and then I tell center. Okay, so this is good. Some padding horizontal, vertical, sorry. 20 maybe. Let's make it 10. Okay, great. Here I can add, so let's remove the border first. Too far. I'm going to put some background color on this one as blue and text white. And this one will have the text blue only. Okay. Let's make them both angle. Okay. Seems like, okay. The text, so something I just noticed now is that the text utility doesn't work on the wrapper. You have to use it on the text directly. Text element. Make it work. Which is different from CSS. It's supposed to be cascaded. Okay, so now I have my color properly done. If I click the button, I have the button, I still have the button here, so this is good. Then, so I just need to add a little bit padding margin here. Margin or padding? Let's put some padding instead of 10 maybe. Put some room. Okay, good enough. Padding bottom only. Okay, good enough. So I can click my open, like and share. Now I can add some nice props. So the first one will be like, will be like, and I will pass the item there. The second one will be share. So now if I refresh, showing the console again. So I have my open, I have my like, and I have my share. Here I share the second one. I like the third one, and I open the second one, and like the last one. So actions are working. I hope you like the videos, and see you for the next one.